we're going to be speaking to plan members about their overall retirement strategy. Thank you so much, Tanya, for coming out and speaking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. One of the things that we wanted to ask you was, besides the public service pension plan, are there any other financial goals that you have to prepare for your retirement?
Quite honestly, no, I haven't really sat down with anyone and started to plan out the future just yet.
Perhaps after this interview, you might you might be looking for perhaps certified financial planner to help you with that. I think it's a really great benefit to know that you're going to be getting a lifetime pension from the public service pension plan.
Only recently I've really started to think about what that pension means, both for me in the future and what my possibilities are. So I think now I've started realizing the benefit of it and the opportunity that I have to maybe do some different things. What I'm really interested in is thinking a little bit about what I want to do in terms of my career after the fact, and then kind of putting that all together. And so taking kind of whatever contributions I've made, whatever my assets are, this pension, and then whatever I want to do afterwards, and just putting that all together to plan for my future. So I haven't done too much of that, but it's in the back of my mind, and now more so in the front of my mind after today.
That's great, Tanya. Well, thank you so much for coming out and speaking with us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to do that. We're talking to one of the retired members of the Public Service Pension Plan, and this is Phil. So Phil, how was your experience when you went to retirement? Do you recall the process that you had to go through?
Well, yeah, I recall it well. You know, the first thing I did was go to one of the pension seminars. Okay, and that was really helpful in that it explained all the options and the pros and cons and implications of all the options. Then I was able to use the staff from the pension corp to do some calculations and to figure out what my entitlements and things were. So that went really well.
We like to present those seminars for people that are thinking about retirement seminar. That'd be the one that you went to.
Yeah.
And we also have one now that we call Your Pension, Your Future. And it's for people that are new to contributing to the pension plan or in mid-career. And you'd mentioned earlier that you think you're just never too young to start planning for your retirement.
Absolutely. You know, you need to know what your options are. You know, it can affect your career decisions, and you need to understand what implications will be to your family as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Right. Well, thank you, Phil, for coming out and talking to us today. We're here in Vancouver speaking with Kerry List. He's the president and CEO of Financial Planning Standards Council. Thank you so much for being with us here today, Kerry. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad I can help.
Tell us, how does someone go about finding a good certified financial planner?
Well, first of all, you identified one key element, is that anybody can call themselves a financial planner in Canada. So the first thing you want to make sure is that the individual has actually met some standards of competence and ethical obligations in terms of putting your interest as the client ahead of their own personal interests. And a certified financial planner has those obligations. Financial Planning Standards Council, which oversees CFP certification, we have a website where one can go, fpsc.ca, and you can search for a certified financial planner professional in your area. But then it's very important that you pick up the phone, talk to a shortlisted, maybe 2 or 3 people that you think you may be interested in working with, and actually ask them if they're prepared to give you a half an hour of their time to sit down and chat about how they can help you, what they would do for you, and how their personality and how their style may fit with yours. Financial planning is a bit of a misnomer because it's really life planning to a certain extent. And it's important that you look at the financial aspects as the resources and the tools that are in your arsenal in order to actually accomplish what you want to get out of the rest of your life. And it's not about how can I get as much money as possible. It's how can I make sure that I have the resources to do the things I want to do, and what are the things that I want to do in the next phase of my life. Today, 65 is just the starting point for so many people, and that's what financial planning and retirement planning should be about, is really thinking about that next phase of your life.
Thank you, Kerry.
You're welcome.
And that's the real deal on overall retirement strategy.